So if your toddler, your child, your infant is being constipated, I completely relate and I can understand. If you're new here, my name is Dr. Amara. I'm a holistic health and family health coach. I help you make better health decisions for you and your family so you can live healthy and purposefully. Now, today I'm going to be talking about childhood constipation, and this could be across infants, toddlers, and even children. So it's very common to see constipation in children, especially at the infant and the toddler stage. That is because the digestive system is still developing. Even though for toddlers it could be different, but at the infant stage the digestive system is still developing, so there are chances that there could be constipation. Sometimes you could be doing everything right and they still get constipated. So but let's talk about things we could do or things you can do to help ease of constipation. And if you have any concerns, this is not a medical advice, please go ahead and reach out to your doctor for expert medical care. The first thing you need to do is, if your child is constipating, you need to begin to consider easy to digest foods. Now, I want to start because if regardless of whatever supplement, medication you're being given, everything still falls back on what they consume. So you want to improve the quality of their nutrition by prioritizing, I would either call it easy to digest food, or I would call it gut-friendly food. So you want to make sure your child is on a gut-friendly diet. And, apart from the fact that, that is a good time to increase, fluids and make sure they are well hydrated. That's the basic thing. But the next thing you want to do is look at what they are eating, especially at the infant stage. Ensure that they are not eating foods that the digestive system is not ready for. For example, as infant, offering foods like gluten may be difficult for your child to digest, and it could cause constipation. Offering too many, carbs can be difficult for your child to digest. So the first thing you want to do is evaluate your child's nutrition and make sure they are consuming foods that are easy to digest. I'm saying that because that is the main thing we want to do. Yes, we know that there are foods that could easily help, ease off, that could easily help, your child get bowel movement. But like I said, regardless of what they tend to eat to help them, use the toilet, we still want to make sure that they fall back on a good nutrition. Okay. The next thing is pea food or fiber-rich food. So this could be pears, this could be prunes, it could be peaches, it could be plums, it could be sweet potatoes, it could be oatmeal or chia pudding that could ease off the digestive tract. And another food that seems to be very helpful for constipation is probiotic rich food. So offering them kefir smoothies with maybe pears or with little bits of pears and apples and ripe, I don't want to say overripe, but very ripe bananas could be very good. Healthy fats, avocados, foods high in healthy fats, avocados, olive oil, or just making sure they have ghee, tallow in their diet can also help loosen up the digestive tract. Now, there are other things you can do, which is the tummy massage. I like, having to massage your tummy with magnesium, and which is topical because you just need to apply. It's not something your child needs to take orally. And this is the brand. This is the product I use, and it works. It works 90 to 95% of the time. Although sometimes it's immediate, sometimes it takes some time for it to, kick in. But that is also another way to help ease off digestion. You can use the magnesium cream, or sometimes an intake of magnesium supplements can also be helpful, depending. But those are later on things that you would do later on. There are different steps to follow, and there are chances that before you get to need a magnesium supplement, which you may have to speak to your pediatrician about, you should definitely get some help. So, but I want to still focus again on your child's nutrition, because that is where my son recently had constipation, and I was also, like every parent, tempted to grab Miralax and just have him pass, but I had to just be patient to, change his diet a little bit. Sometimes foods too high in carbohydrates can get your children constipated. So I followed the same process that I am sharing right now. I included some fiber in his diet. I increased his probiotic food intake. I was giving him kefir smoothies. I was giving him lots of chia oat puddings. I was also making sure that his food was mostly foods that can be easily digestible. And even right after we got past, like he became very regular again, I decided to maintain that diet and ensure that he's not consuming foods that would overwhelm the digestive system. So I hope that was clear. The first thing you need to do is look at your child's diet. I think I said that twice. The second thing, pea foods would be very helpful. Pears, prunes, peaches, make sure they are ripe. Sweet potatoes are good as well. Oatmeal is good. It's a good source of fiber. Probiotic rich foods, I can really like vouch for that, especially with kefir, or you can do sauerkraut brine. You can also do Greek yogurt, but the kefir is really one thing that has worked for us. Vitamin C rich foods, healthy fats, they would really help. So things like oranges, things like berries, like the strawberries, kiwi, they can really help soften your child's stool. And I want to say that if your child is constipating, you may want to reduce foods that worsen constipation. So things like gluten, dairy, bread, pasta, ultra-processed foods, sugary drinks, and maintain a gut-friendly diet. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, go ahead, drop them in the comments. I would leave some of my constipation friendly supplements that you can add to your child's diet to help them, that are natural and would not cause any side effects on your child's body. So go ahead and look at those supplements, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I will see you in the next video. Bye.